Hello my dear students, in this lecture we are going to see comparison of various cycles. Now, whenever we talk about comparison of cycles, we talk about Otto, diesel and dual cycle. Always we are comparing Otto, diesel and dual cycle with each other. And my dear students, dual cycle is always in between Otto and diesel cycle for any comparison. That's why in column here I have written dual cycle in between Otto and diesel cycle. Right. Now let us understand the cycles. Let us draw the PV diagram for Otto, diesel and dual cycle. In case of Otto cycle, on PV diagram, pressure versus volume diagram, the various processes are, very first process is reversible adiabatic compression. This is number 1 to 2, reversible adiabatic compression. 2 to 3 is constant volume heat supply. 2 to 3 is constant volume heat supply. 3 to 4 is reversible adiabatic expansion. 3 to 4 is reversible adiabatic means isentropic. It is also called isentropic expansion. And 4 to 1 is constant volume heat rejection. These are the various processes that already we have learned in previous lectures. That's why I am not writing here names of the all processes. Only I am dictating the names of all processes. Now, in case of diesel cycle, if I draw pressure versus volume diagram, PV diagram, on pressure versus volume diagram, there will be the very first process is common in all, that is reversible adiabatic expansion, sorry, compression. It is a compression, reversible adiabatic compression 1 to 2. And my dear students, in case of Otto cycle there was constant volume heat supply, but in case of diesel cycle there is a constant pressure heat supply. Therefore at constant pressure heat is supplied 2 to 3. Then 3 to 4 reversible adiabatic expansion. 3 to 4 is reversible adiabatic expansion, that is isentropic expansion. And 4 to 1 again constant volume heat rejection. 4 to 1 constant volume heat rejection. That means we can say in diesel cycle and Otto cycle the difference is only that in case of Otto cycle heat supply is at constant volume, but in case of diesel cycle the heat supply is at constant pressure, and rest all processes are similar. Heat rejection at constant volume and heat rejection at constant volume in both cases. Now, in case of dual cycle, my dear students, for dual cycle is combination of Otto and diesel cycle for heat addition. That is, in case of dual cycle, heat is added first at constant volume and then at constant pressure, and the rest processes are similar. So, if I draw PV diagram, pressure versus volume diagram for dual cycle, now there will be a reversible adiabatic compression 1 to 2, reversible adiabatic compression, isentropic compression. Then 2 to 3 is constant volume heat supply. 2 to 3 is constant volume heat supply. And 3 to 4 there will be a constant pressure heat supply again. Right, means heat is added at constant volume and followed by constant pressure process for heat addition. Then 4 to 5 is reversible adiabatic expansion, and 5 to 1 is constant volume heat rejection. That means we can say in all processes heat rejection is at constant volume, compression is reversible adiabatic, and expansion is also reversible adiabatic in all cycles. But in case of Otto cycle, heat addition is at constant volume. In case of diesel cycle, heat addition is at constant pressure, and in case of dual cycle, heat addition is at constant volume first and then at constant pressure. These are the various cycle processes on Otto, diesel and dual cycle. Now my dear students, the compression ratio is represented by RK, and it is a ratio of the volume at the start of compression V1 divided by volume at the end of compression V2. It is V1 divided by V2, and this is compression ratio is very important parameter to specify any engine. So Otto, dual and diesel cycles are specified with the help of their compression ratio. Now this compression ratio for Otto cycle is between 6 to 12. It is 6 to 12. And my dear students, generally this compression ratio is towards 6, means as minimum as possible. Generally it is 8, right? It is towards 6 and it is 6 to 12. This is the range. This compression ratio for diesel cycle is 16 to 22. And my dear students, this compression ratio for diesel cycle is generally towards 22. That is as maximum as possible. And for dual cycle it is in between Otto and diesel. Therefore for dual cycle this compression ratio is 12 to 16, And my dear students, this compression ratio is tends to 16, towards 16 for dual cycle. Now again, second thing is fuel used. In case of Otto cycle, fuel used is petrol or gas, or gas. Therefore it is also called petrol or gas cycle, right? My dear students, in petrol vehicles we can fit CNG kit also, that you have heard, right? But in diesel vehicles we cannot fit CNG kit. Means petrol engine is supporting gas also, gas is fuel also. Therefore petrol engine is also called gas engine, right? And in case of diesel as well as dual, the fuel used is diesel. For diesel dual cycle, the fuel used is diesel, and for diesel cycle also fuel used is diesel. That's why, my dear students, dual cycle is also called semi diesel cycle. Diesel cycle is called diesel cycle, and dual cycle is called semi diesel cycle. Now next is, the purpose of Otto cycle is speed. That is, purpose of petrol vehicle is speed. The speed is maximum, speed is very high for petrol vehicles, such as racing cars. You might have seen racing cars. In racing cars the speed is very high. So generally in racing cars, the engine usually is petrol engine, or the fuel usually is petrol fuel, right? Therefore the purpose of Otto cycle is speed, hence they are light in weight. The engine is light in weight, right? Lightweight we can say. Now the purpose of diesel cycle is power or torque, we can say torque. Here the purpose is torque, that is torque is very high. That means load carrying capacity, load carrying capacity is very high, right? And my dear students, speed is low. And the purpose of dual cycle is speed as well as torque. Means speed is also good, but not good as like Otto cycle. And load carrying capacity, that is torque, load carrying capacity is also good, but not good as like diesel cycle. Therefore we can say the diesel cycle will transfer maximum torque or carry maximum load. The Otto cycle will have maximum speed, and dual cycle will be having speed less than Otto cycle but more than diesel cycle. And the dual cycle will carry load more than Otto cycle but less than diesel cycle. This is the comparison. Here power is nothing but torque into omega, that we know. And my dear students, here power is equal to torque into omega, power is equal to torque into omega. And my dear students, for petrol vehicle speed is more and torque is less, means they cannot carry load. So in petrol vehicles we cannot feel more weight, or the transport vehicles are not petrol vehicles. Petrol vehicles are used for lightweight purpose, right? Such as transportation of human being, right? Or we cannot say transport vehicles, I am saying the cars, that private cars, right? Now, and racing cars. And in case of dual cycle, the torque is also good, torque is also good, little bit higher, that is load carrying capacity, and speed is also little bit good. And in diesel cycle the speed is very low and torque is very high, load carrying capacity is very high, speed is very low. Such as transport vehicles and military vehicles, you can see all the military vehicles tanks are run on the diesel, fuel is used as diesel, right? Now next, the temperature at the end of compression, T2, temperature at the end of compression, T2. In case of Otto cycle, this T2 is less than self ignition temperature. Self ignition temperature is more than compression temperature, temperature at the end of compression. Hence, as temperature at the end of compression is less than self ignition temperature, hence to start ignition we need spark plug. So spark plug is used, and as spark is given with the help of spark plug, therefore it is also called spark ignition engine, SI engine. It is also called SI engine cycle or spark ignition engine cycle, right? And my dear students, in case of dual as well as diesel cycle, this temperature at the end of compression is more than self ignition temperature, self ignition temperature, right? In case of both, in case of both, the temperature at the end of compression is more than self ignition temperature. Hence for ignition we need not to use spark, only compression stroke is sufficient for the ignition, therefore it is called compression ignition engine. It is CI engine, CI engine, compression ignition engine. Now whenever we compare any cycle we compare Otto, diesel and dual cycle. And my dear students, we are comparing these three cycles on the basis of few parameters. Before this, let us draw the temperature versus entropy diagram. Temperature versus entropy diagram. Right. Now my dear students, first is reversible adiabatic compression in all. Then for Otto cycle, constant volume heat supply. It is a constant volume heat supply for Otto cycle. And if it is diesel cycle, it is constant pressure heat supply. Right. So my dear students, the constant volume heat supply and constant pressure heat supply processes looks like similar on TS diagram. Then reversible adiabatic expansion, 3 to 4 reversible adiabatic expansion, and 4 to 1 is constant volume heat rejection. These are the various processes on TS diagram. But my dear students, make a note that on TS diagram, temperature versus entropy diagram, from the same point, let us say this is a point. From this point, if I want to draw constant volume and constant pressure, they are similar like this. But the constant volume process will be having higher slope. This will be the constant volume process and this will be the constant pressure process, because in basics of thermodynamics in entropy topic you have learned that the slope of constant volume and constant pressure process on TS diagram, that is change in temperature with respect to change in entropy at constant volume, is nothing but T by Cv. And similarly, this is the slope of constant volume process on temperature versus entropy diagram. And slope of constant pressure process, dt by ds at constant pressure, is equal to T by Cp on TS diagram. And as we know that Cp is more than Cv, therefore slope of constant volume process is more than slope of constant pressure process, right? Because here the larger value is at denominator, hence this will be smaller value, and the smaller value is at denominator, therefore this will be the larger value. So these things you have to take in mind, that is constant volume will be having higher slope or higher inclination as compared to constant pressure process on TS diagram. So by considering or by taking few parameters, we are comparing Otto, diesel and dual cycle. Now my dear students, here for comparison only I am using Otto and diesel cycles, because dual cycle will be always in between Otto and diesel cycle. So we will compare Otto with diesel, and for any parameter we will keep dual cycle in between Otto and diesel cycle. Now very first parameter is compression ratio is same. Let us say compression ratio, that is V1 divided by V2, is same for Otto and diesel cycle. And as well as heat supply is same, that is heat supply is mc dt, change in temperature. Heat supply process is 3 to 2 to 3, therefore mc t3 minus t2 is same for both, right? So let us do comparison. Now let us draw first Otto cycle. Here I am drawing Otto cycle and pressure versus volume diagram, as well as temperature versus entropy diagram. On both diagram we will see Otto cycle, and then we will do comparison with diesel cycle. For Otto cycle, process number 1 to 2, 1 to 2 is reversible adiabatic compression, 2 to 3 is constant volume heat supply, 2 to 3 is constant volume heat supply, and 3 to 4 reversible adiabatic expansion, and 4 to 1 constant volume heat rejection, right? If I draw TS diagram, 1 to 2 reversible adiabatic means isentropic compression, then constant volume heat supply, 3, then reversible adiabatic means isentropic expansion, 4, and constant volume heat rejection, right? Back to the 1, right? This is the Otto cycle. Now my dear students, here I would write 1, 2, 3, 4 is Otto cycle, right? Now my dear students, heat supply is constant in both case, that is heat supply is equal to, for Otto cycle it is at constant volume, therefore mcv, we can say t3 minus t2, right? This is 2 to 3 is the constant volume heat supply process, right? Now in case of diesel cycle, again compression ratio is same. Compression ratio is nothing but v1 divided by v2, right? Means 1 point and 2 point will be fixed, 1 and 2 we are fixing, as compression ratio is same, therefore I can say this 1 point and 2 point will not move. 1 point and 2 point are fixed condition for Otto as well as diesel cycle, right? So let us draw diesel cycle now. Now diesel cycle 1 to 2, right? Then 3 dash, we have to consider 3 dash. And for diesel cycle 2 to 3, that is 2 to 3 dash is constant pressure heat supply, therefore process is at constant pressure like this, constant pressure heat supply. Let us say this is a 3 dash. And for diesel cycle, this heat supply is nothing but mcp t3 dash minus t2, right? And we know that because heat supply is same, no, heat supply is same, so for Otto cycle and diesel cycle we have to equate the heat supply. Now we know that mass are same. Now Cp is always more than Cv. That means here T3 minus T2, T3 minus T2, this difference must be more than T3 dash minus T2. Definitely, as Cp is more than Cv, then this difference will be less than this difference. So from this we can say this T3 is more than T3 dash, right? And one thing we got, that is maximum temperature in Otto cycle is more than maximum temperature in diesel cycle. And we already know that the constant volume process will be having higher inclination than constant pressure process. So here if I want to draw constant pressure process from 2, the constant pressure process will be like this, and 3 dash will be somewhere here, right? Now from 3 dash to 4, 4 dash we have to go reversible adiabatically. So this is 3 dash to 4 dash, right? Now this 4 is bottom point, my dear students, this 4 is bottom point. Let me clear this thing, right? 4 is here, 4 is here, and 4 dash is red color point, right? Now 4 dash and 4 dash to again back to 1, right? Now therefore here on TS diagram 3 dash to 4 dash, and this is the constant pressure process will extend. Here will be 4 dash and 3 dash to 4 dash will be like this, right? Now my dear students, let us do the comparison. Let us do the comparison by considering different points or different parameters. So here the cycle 1 2 3 4 is Otto, 1 2 3 4 is Otto, and 1 2 3 dash 4 dash is diesel, these are the cycles. Now let us do the comparison. Now my dear students, can you see here, peak pressure in the Otto cycle is more than peak pressure in the diesel cycle. Therefore maximum pressure, we can say maximum pressure of Otto is more than maximum pressure of diesel, right? Again we have just now seen T3 is more than T3 dash. That means peak temperature, peak temperature in Otto is more than peak temperature in diesel, right? This pressure will be at higher location like this, right? Therefore peak pressure as well as peak temperature in Otto cycle is more than peak temperature and peak pressure of diesel cycle, right? And dual will be in between. So we can say this maximum pressure of Otto is more than dual is more than diesel. Now next is expansion ratio. Expansion ratio is nothing but volume at the end of expansion V4 divided by volume at the start of expansion V3. Now my dear students, we can see V4 divided by V3 for Otto cycle is more as compared to diesel cycle. Therefore this expansion ratio of Otto is more than expansion ratio of diesel, right? From here for Otto I will use O, for diesel I will use D. Now next is temperature at the end of expansion, that is T4. Can you see T4 dash is more than T4? Hence temperature at the end of expansion, that is T4 dash, is more than T4. That is T4 dash is for diesel, T4 is for Otto, right? Now already mentioned that heat supply is same for both, and heat rejection. Heat rejection is nothing but 4 to 1. 4 to 1 is heat rejection. Therefore for Otto cycle heat rejection is equal to mCv T4 minus T1, and for diesel cycle heat rejection for diesel cycle is equal to mCv T4 dash minus T1. Can you see here, T4 dash is more than T4, therefore heat rejection for diesel is more than heat rejection for Otto, right? Therefore we can say heat rejection of diesel cycle is more than heat rejection of Otto cycle. And my dear students, net work is nothing but heat supply minus heat rejected, right? And as heat rejected is increasing, W net is decreasing because heat supply is constant. Therefore for diesel cycle heat rejection is more, therefore W net will be less. Therefore net work output for diesel is less than net work output than Otto. And my dear students, here efficiency of any cycle is nothing but net work output divided by heat supply, and for both heat supply is same, right? For both heat supply is same, the engine having more network output will be having more efficiency as heat supply is same. Therefore as Otto cycle is having more work output, Therefore, we can say efficiency of auto is more than efficiency of diesel. Now, this efficiency parameter is very much important because in examination maximum time they are asking on questions on efficiency. What will happen to the efficiency? So, whenever compression ratio is same and heat supply is same for auto and diesel, the efficiency of auto is maximum, the efficiency of diesel is minimum. That means the for efficiency the comparison is like this: efficiency of auto is more than efficiency of dual is more than efficiency of diesel. This will be the comparison. Second parameter for the comparison is compression ratio RK, that is V1 divided by V2 is same for both auto and diesel cycle, and heat rejection is also same, and heat rejection QR, that is MCV T4 minus T1 is same for both, right? Let us draw the auto cycle first for this comparison on PV diagram and as well as on TS diagram, PV diagram and temperature versus entropy diagram. By the help of these two diagrams we are going to understand this comparison. Now, for auto cycle, 1 to 2 is reversible adiabatic compression, that already seen. 2 to 3 constant volume heat supply, 3 to 4 reversible adiabatic expansion, and 4 to 1 constant volume heat rejection. For auto cycle we are drawing auto cycle, right? This is the auto cycle 1 2 3 4, that already we have seen all the processes, so no need to repeat again. Now 1 2 3 4 is auto cycle represented by O, right? Now here compression ratio is same. As compression ratio is same, we can say point 1 and point 2, V1 and V2 are fixed. Therefore point 1 and point 2 is fixed. So let us fix them. Point 1 point 2 is fixed, right? Now point 1 and point 2 on both PV and TS diagram is fixed. Now as well as heat rejection is same. My dear students, heat rejection is nothing but MCV T4 minus T1. 1 is fixed and 4 is also fixed. T4 is fixed. Therefore, here 4 point is also fixed. 4 point is also fixed for both diesel and auto cycle. Now, let us draw the diesel cycle now. Right. Now, my dear students, for diesel cycle, the process 2 to 3 is constant pressure heat supply. Therefore, 2 to 3 will be like this. Here will be 3 dash point, 3 dash point, right? Because we have to go reversible adiabatically at 4 at same location. Now, therefore, and we have seen constant volume will be having higher inclination as compared to constant pressure process on TS diagram. Therefore, constant pressure process will be like this. Here will be a 4 dash, sorry 3 dash. It is a 3 dash. It is a 3 dash, right? This is a constant pressure process. Therefore, 1 2 3 dash 4 is diesel cycle. It is a diesel cycle represented as capital D. Now let us understand the things, right? Now can you see here the maximum pressure in case of auto is more than maximum pressure in case of diesel. Therefore we can say maximum pressure in auto is more than maximum pressure in diesel. Then maximum temperature of auto is more than maximum temperature of diesel. Therefore T3 is more than T3 dash. T3 is for auto, T3 dash is for diesel. Again, let us see expansion ratio. Expansion ratio is nothing but RE, volume at the end of expansion V4 divided by volume at the start of expansion V3. Therefore, V4 divided by V3 is more than V4 divided by V3 dash. Therefore, RE for auto is more than RE for diesel. Now, then for both heat rejection is same. For both heat rejection is same. And area enclosed by the cycle is net work. Area enclosed by PV as well as TS diagram is net work. Now if I see here the area enclosed by, here we will see area enclosed by PV diagram of auto as well as diesel. See, for diesel this is the area enclosed by PV diagram. For diesel this is the area enclosed by TS diagram. And for auto there is a extra area than diesel. Therefore we can say work of auto, W net of auto is more than W net of diesel. W net of diesel, this will be the comparison. And as heat rejection is same, this net work is nothing but heat supply minus heat rejected. And as heat rejection is same, if W net increases, heat supply must increase. Therefore heat supply of auto is more than heat supply of diesel, right? And let us compare now efficiency, because efficiency is very parameter for competitive exams. They will ask you question on efficiencies. Now efficiency is nothing but efficiency of any cycle is equal to W net divided by heat supply, or it is written as heat supply minus heat rejected divided by heat supply, or it is written as 1 minus heat rejected divided by heat supply. So my dear students, from this efficiency is equal to 1 minus heat rejected divided by heat supply. Now here heat rejected is constant. Therefore, as heat supply increases, this ratio decreases and 1 minus factor increases. Therefore, as this heat supply increases, efficiency also increases. And heat supply is more for auto. Therefore, efficiency of auto is more than efficiency of diesel. Therefore, we can say whenever compression ratio is same and heat rejection is same, the efficiency of auto is more than efficiency of dual is more than efficiency of diesel. The third parameter for comparison is maximum pressure, that is P3 is constant, is same for both auto and diesel and dual. Now again maximum temperature that is T3 is same, and heat rejection is same. Heat rejection is same. My dear students, 4 to 1 is heat rejection process, that is heat rejection is equal to MCV constant volume T4 minus T1. This is same. That means from this, let us draw the auto diesel cycle. Let us draw first auto on PV versus temperature versus entropy diagram. PV and temperature versus entropy diagram. Let us draw this auto cycle, right, on temperature versus entropy diagram also. Now auto cycle is 1 to 2 reversible adiabatic compression. For auto cycle, the process 1 to 2 is reversible adiabatic compression, right. Now 2 to 3 constant volume heat supply, 3 to 4 reversible adiabatic expansion, and 4 to 1 constant volume heat rejection. Here again on TS diagram, 1 to 2 isentropic compression, 2 to 3 constant volume heat supply, 3 to 4 reversible adiabatic, that is isentropic expansion, and 4 to 1 constant volume heat rejection. These are the various processes on auto cycle. Here I will write 1, 2, 3, 4 is auto cycle. Now let us understand diesel cycle here. Now here my dear students, maximum pressure is same, maximum temperature is same. That means point number 3, P3 is fixed, T3 is fixed, point number 3 is fixed, and heat rejection is also same. That means T4 minus T1, this difference is fixed, means 4 and 1 is fixed. Therefore 4 and 1 is fixed. That means only point 2 will change for auto and diesel. Now let us draw the diesel cycle. My dear students, for diesel cycle, the process 2 to 3 is constant 2 to 3 is constant pressure heat supply. Therefore from 1 to 2 dash we will go like this, reversible adiabatic compression 1 to 2 dash, right. 2 to 3 constant pressure heat supply, right. Therefore 2 dash will be here. Now on TS diagram, the constant volume process will be having higher inclination. Therefore from 3 we have to draw lower inclination. So from 3 the lower inclination will be like this, and there will be a 2 dash somewhere here, and 1 to 2 dash will be reversible adiabatic compression. Therefore we can say here 1, 2 dash, 3, 4 is diesel cycle, right. Now let us do the comparison. Now here maximum pressure is same, maximum temperature is also same, but 1 to 2 dash, 1 to 2 is compression process. Therefore compression ratio, which is nothing but V1 divided by V2, right. If I check compression ratio V1 divided by V2, for auto cycle it is up to this, and for diesel cycle it is very high as compared to auto cycle. Therefore compression ratio of auto cycle is less than diesel cycle. RK of auto is less than RK of diesel. This is first comparison. Now area enclosed by cycle is net work as well as net heat. Now let us check the area enclosed by auto cycle. Here this is the area enclosed by auto cycle, shaded area by red color. Shaded area by red color is area enclosed by auto cycle, right. And there is extra area for diesel cycle. Therefore area enclosed by cycle is net work. Therefore W net of diesel cycle is more than W net of auto cycle, right. And heat rejection is same. This W net is nothing but heat supply minus heat rejection, and as heat rejection is constant, therefore as W net increases, heat supply increases. Therefore we can say heat supply of diesel is more than heat supply of auto. And my dear students, Efficiency is nothing but 1 minus heat rejected divided by heat supply, right? And as heat rejection is same, as heat supply increases, this heat rejection divided by heat supply, this factor decreases and 1 minus factor increases, therefore efficiency also increases. Therefore we can say efficiency of diesel is more than efficiency of Otto. Now temperature at the end of compression, that is T2, right? Here T2 dash is more than T2, you can see T2 dash is more than T2. That means temperature at the end of compression of diesel cycle is more than temperature at the end of compression of Otto cycle. Now the fourth comparison is, for fourth comparison we will use maximum pressure, that is peak pressure. Maximum pressure, that is peak pressure, that is P3, is same in both cases, and heat supply is same. Heat supply is same in both cases. Now for this comparison, let us draw first diesel cycle. Here I am drawing first diesel cycle now on PV diagram, because it will become simple to understand if I draw diesel cycle, right? And temperature versus entropy diagram. Now let us draw diesel cycle. 1 to 2 reversible adiabatic compression, 2 to 3 constant pressure heat supply, 3 to 4 reversible adiabatic expansion, 4 to 1 constant volume heat rejection. Again here 1 to 2 reversible adiabatic compression, 2 to 3 constant pressure heat supply, 3 to 4 reversible adiabatic expansion, and 4 to 1 constant volume heat rejection. This is the PV and TS diagram for diesel cycle. Now here my dear students, 1 2 3 4 is diesel. Now in previous things we have used this as a Otto cycle, but here it is a diesel cycle. Now maximum pressure is constant, so this maximum pressure line will be same in both cases, right? But they have not mentioned about maximum temperature, so don't fix the 3 point. Maximum temperature pressure is only constant, right? So upper line is fixed here. Heat supply is same. Heat supply is same. So my dear students, if I draw Otto cycle, see, for maximum pressure constant, the point 3 dash may be somewhere here. Let us say this is a 3 dash. Now from this 2 to 3 dash is constant volume heat supply, therefore there will be a 2 dash somewhere here, 2 dash somewhere here, definitely, right? Heat supply is constant, no? Now 2 dash to 3 dash is Otto cycle. Now 3 dash to 4, we have to go reversible adiabatically like this, therefore 4 dash will be somewhere here. Blue color is 4 dash, black color is 4, and 4 dash to 1 again, 4 dash to 1 again. Therefore we can say here 1 2 dash 3 dash 4 dash is Otto cycle, is Otto cycle. Now this 2 dash is in between 1 and 2, therefore 2 dash will be somewhere here. This is a 2 dash. And my dear students, 2 dash to 3 dash is constant volume heat supply process, and constant volume will be having higher inclination as compared to constant pressure process. So on TS diagram, the constant volume process will be like this, 3 dash, right? And my dear students, we know that heat rejection is from 4 to 1, and here 4 to 1 is smaller as compared to 4 dash to 1 dash, means Otto cycle heat rejection is more. Therefore on Otto cycle, 3 dash to 4 dash will be like this, and 4 dash to 1 again like this, right? This will be the Otto cycle. Now let us do the comparison now here. Now my dear students, maximum pressure is same. Temperature at the end of compression, we can say T2 dash is, here T2 dash is less than T2. That means temperature at the end of compression of Otto is less than temperature at the end of compression of diesel, because dash is here for Otto now, right? Now next comparison, peak pressure is same. Temperature at the end of heat supply, can you imagine here T3 dash is more than T3, therefore peak temperature of Otto is more than peak temperature of diesel. Now expansion process is 3 to 4, therefore 3 to 4 is larger as compared to 3 dash to 4 dash, can you see here, right? Therefore expansion ratio of here Otto is less than expansion ratio of diesel, right? Because 3 to 4 is diesel and 3 dash to 4 dash is Otto. Now heat supply is same, here heat supply is same. Let us understand about heat rejection. My dear students, heat rejection is nothing but, now from 4 to 1, that is for diesel it will be mcv T4 minus T1, this will be for diesel, and for Otto heat rejection for Otto will be equal to mCv T4 dash minus T1, and you know that T4 dash is more than T4. T4 dash is more than T4. Therefore, heat rejection of Otto is more than heat rejection of diesel. Very important parameter. Now let us understand this thing. My dear students, here we have seen that heat supply is same. Very important to understand efficiency parameter. Heat supply is same as given in the condition. Now heat rejection of Otto is more than heat rejection of diesel. Right, here you can see 4 dash to 1 is Otto and 4 to 1 is diesel. So my dear students, W net is nothing but heat supply minus heat rejected, and as heat supply is constant, as heat rejection increases, W net decreases. Therefore Otto is having maximum heat rejection, therefore W net of Otto is less than W net, net work output of diesel. Therefore my dear students, efficiency is equal to net work divided by heat supply, and as heat supply is constant, the process having more W net will be having more efficiency. So W net is more for diesel cycle. Therefore in this case, efficiency of diesel is more than efficiency of Otto. Now my dear students, for fifth comparison, the diagram will be same, and in the fifth comparison, here instead of heat supply same, we will do W net constant. W net same means maximum pressure same and W net same, right? This will be your fifth comparison, that is W net is same. Instead of maximum pressure, instead of heat supply same, W net, net work output will be same and maximum pressure will be same. The diagram will come same. So my dear students, only change is that work is same, therefore there will be change in heat supply only. Heat supply will changes, everything will be same. For this case my dear students, everything will be same, only change will come as efficiency of diesel is more than efficiency of Otto. Therefore efficiency is equal to W net divided by heat supply, right? And my dear students, as W net is same, heat supply decreases, then only efficiency increases. For constant W net, heat supply decreases, then only efficiency increases in this case, right? Therefore as efficiency of diesel is more, therefore heat supply of diesel will be less as compared to heat supply of Otto if maximum pressure is same and W net is same. Only this change will be there. Thank you dear students. In next lecture we will see numericals on Otto diesel dual cycles.